While a lot is still unknown about what the final ballroom will look like, other than the fact that it's going to be enormous, we now know who is paying for it. Big companies who have a lot to gain from Trump. I mean, if people don't think that he's going to be looking at this list, well, got another bridge to sell you. There's also a number of high-profile crypto investors and other close allies of Trump. We'll just break down some of these names down. Amazon is on the list. Obviously, Amazon's forked out a reported $40 million to air a Melania Trump documentary. Apple is also on the list. CEO Tim Cook there, remember, memorably presented Trump with that 24-karat gold and glass statue. And then there are a lot of crypto connections on the donor list. As Dan Alexander of Forbes reported in June, so already back in June, more than half of Trump's net worth was tied to his crypto ventures, 60%. And the largest U.S. crypto exchange, Coinbase, on the list of donors for the ballroom. Its CEO is someone who has been singled out by Trump.
I also want to recognize some of the countless industry leaders here today, including Brian Armstrong of Coinbase. You've done a good job, Brian.
And there are a lot of other tech companies. Meta is on there. That's the parent company of Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg, the executive there, was seated right next to Trump at his dinner with tech leaders. And he had this to say about the president last July.
Seeing Donald Trump get up after getting shot in the face and pump his fist in the air with the American flag is one of the most badass things I've ever seen in my life.
Other companies include Micron Technology, Microsoft, and then there's a company called Ripple. If you haven't heard of it, it is a big crypto company, a company, in fact, that has been under investigation by the SEC for years. But suddenly, in March of this year, the SEC dropped its case. The CEO wrote at the time, "This is it, the moment we've been waiting for. The SEC will drop its appeal, a resounding victory for Ripple, for crypto, every way you look at it." Well, of course, that was during the Trump administration. And then there's the individuals. You know, some of these names catch your attention. The Lutnick family, that, of course, is the family of the Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick.
T-Mobile.
Lutnick has backed Trump's crypto policies wholeheartedly.
We're using the blockchain. We're using Bitcoin. We're going to use digital assets to pound forward. And Donald Trump is leading the way.
And the list continues. Kelly Loeffler among them and her husband. Loeffler, you may remember, right, was running for Senate in Georgia, ends up running the Small Business Administration for Trump. And before that, no shock, she was the CEO of a cryptocurrency futures exchange. Trump Media was actually in talks to buy that company. Ultimately, they did not. And last, but certainly not least, the Winklevoss twins. They may be best known for accusing Mark Zuckerberg of stealing their idea for his Facebook to some. But since then, they've become billionaires. And in fact, they have become two of the biggest names in all of crypto.
Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, these are two smart, handsome guys. They got the whole package. They've got the look, they've got the genius, got plenty of cash.
Most importantly.
And while the list of donors is long, it is unclear if Trump is going to need even more of them.
Have you raised the full $300 million needed to fund your ballroom? And how much specifically are you donating to this construction
raised,
project?
I think, $350 million. All donor money and money that we put up.
And how much specifically are you donating to it personally?
How much am I donating? Yes. I won't be able to tell you until I finish, but I'll donate whatever's needed.
Right. You got the money.
Obviously, I'm not answering that question. Kristen Holmes is out front. She's live outside the White House, where you are seeing this for yourself, of course, just in every day as you work, Kristen. The White House was on defense about the project during the day, just as Trump was there, right? Not wanting to talk about whether he's contributed anything.
Well, let me pause it right here because I understand where they're trying to go. And if you know, you know. What they're trying to do is trying to shame Trump because word around town is that everybody don't like that President Trump is destroying the White House and rebuilding a bigger ballroom for foreign adversaries to come over and talk business and do all other types of things that we are currently doing, but in a bigger aspect. Now, what they think at first is that the American people was going to pay for this, right? That's what they thought. They thought the American people were going to pay for this. But technically what happened was Donald Trump got a bunch of the billionaires that came to the meetings and stuff, and he probably proposed it, asked for donors, and they stuck their hand out and gave him money. And this is, imagine this. Well, they'll probably put their name up in the White House. And it's probably going to stay there forever. That's probably why they're doing that. I'm going to be honest. They're probably doing it because their name is going to be at the White House. And plus, Donald Trump is a good business maker, and he's going to make sure everybody's eating. So you got to understand that. But everybody's hating it. Oh, he's destroying the White House. There's been hella presidents that made renovations to the White House. So he's not the first president. He's not even the 10th president to do this, right? There's been presidents before him. There's presidents that have created the other wing of the White House. Presidents that put pools in the White House, basketball courts, tennis courts. You know what I'm saying? The ballroom wasn't there at one point. So it's just so confusing that everybody keeps thinking that he's destroying the White House. Oh, because the first issue was that Donald J. Trump is going to use tax-funded money. He's going to use tax-funded money to rebuild the White House, which, how could Americans be mad that we're using tax money to build the White House? It's the White House. Why would you be mad at that? That sounds so crazy. Like, it's the White House. If anything, I would like my money to go to the White House because it's, first off, it's for everybody goes there, you know, for any type of situation, right? You got visitors go to the White House. I would like renovations there. If we are funding our tax money to the Washington, D.C. anyway, like, I don't understand. If we were giving money to anything, okay, the White House will make sense, right? But since everybody had a problem with that, Trump said, all right, I got a solution for you since everybody liked to complain. We're not using tax money at all, so shut the hell up. And people still complaining, no, he's destroying the White House. Dude, how the hell is we going to fix it if we don't demolition it? How the hell do we expand it if we don't destroy it first? That don't even make sense. So, and then they mad that, oh, he could just destroy the White House. Yeah, he just can destroy the White House and make renovations. That's exactly what he's doing. He's just making renovations. That is really it. Oh, it's going to cost $300 million, $350 million. It doesn't matter. It's already funded. You got big companies like Apple, HP, Microsoft, Meta. You know what I'm saying? You got T-Mobile in there, bro. Y'all and CNN, y'all slick. Y'all try to skip over them names because y'all know they're important. But then again, what? Y'all gonna cancel Apple? Y'all gonna cancel HP, Facebook, T-Mobile? All because they funding the new build of the White House? That don't even make sense. Tell me how that makes sense. He's doing to the White House what we asked for him to do to the White House. We just want renovations. We want the White House to look better, presentable. When people come over to the White House, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this the shit." I'm surprised he ain't add a back wing to the White House to make it even more cold. I'm for the whole thing to be redone and backed up immediately. That's what I'm for. Shit, put $1 billion in the White House to make it crazy looking, updated, new tech. You know what I'm saying? It's the White House. It always should be having the best stuff ever. It should. That's the representation of our country. The White House is a representation of our country, and it always should be presentable at any moment. It always should be updated and looking nice. So when we have foreign individuals come over to our country, which he has had over 10 plus foreign individuals from different countries around the country, around the world, come to the United States straight to the White House. We want our White House to look great. And that's just what he's going to do. So y'all complaining about what? See, because that's the thing. I think what it is the Democrats, and I'm going to say Democrats because that's the ones that are a lot mad about this. Now, I'm not going to say all Democrats, but most Democrats, they're angry about, because first it's about paying taxpayers' money. Then you say, we're not using taxpayers' money. Oh, but it's about destroying it. What is the solution? Like, most people can't even make people mad. Like, y'all say Trump racist, but he just gave $500 million to the HBCUs. But y'all don't hear none of y'all saying nothing about that. See, y'all, it's like you just want what you want and you're selfish and you don't really care about anybody else. That's the situation that's going on. So I got this next video right here I want to show you. This is basically, I'm guessing a photo of the White House with that, is it the East Wing? And then without it. East Wing is on the top and then without it is on the bottom. Let me see, let me play it. finna make it look big, man. That thing was small. Bro, he finna make it look huge.
While a lot is still unknown
Yep.
about what the
So I like that part. He's definitely going to make it look big. So that's what I'm for. I'm 100% for that, man. Definitely 100% for that. I don't care. Because it's gonna make us look good as a country anyway. So why would I care? You know what I mean? I wouldn't care about that. It doesn't make sense to care about something like that because we're not losing any money doing it. It's like they have other people. If I'm a donor and I like Donald Trump and and I'm a billionaire and he say, man, we building this new ballroom. I don't want to use taxpayers' money. Can y'all do us a solid? We'll give you a contribute at the end. Because what they're saying now is, oh, they're going to give them tax deduction. No, they're not, bro. And if they do, who cares? Because we giving everybody tax deductions for anything. This is to build the White House. But let's assume they're not. They're going to probably give them a name on the board from the companies that supported the White House. Why can't the citizens of America help America build their infrastructure? That just doesn't sound right. That's how you do it. Instead of taxing, you see, because we're only making shit based on tax money. People are like, fuck it, I'm going to give them the direct money to build it. I don't even care. Fuck the tax money. You just have the money. And then you're talking about $400 million. There's literally 8, like, the richest people in the world that just donated money. That's nothing to them. That's like a $100 bill. Not even. That's like a $1 bill. 340, $400 million. That's like $1 to Meta. That's like $1 to Apple. That's like $1 to T-Mobile. Come on, bro. Literally, they got so many people that they all probably contributed like 15 million, maybe each. See, that ain't nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? So why are we complaining about something that's good for their country? I don't understand the logic. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Make sure you like the video for the YouTube algorithm. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe. And y'all tell me in the comments section, does this even make sense? Why be mad about something that we're not personally paying for? If I'm a citizen and I want to help the federal government fund something that they can't have money for, and I'm rich as hell, here's the money. What, you can't take my money and my money no good? I'm an American citizen. I want to pay you and make sure our people are done so our citizens don't have to pay for this infrastructure, this change. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. And if you're on the Democratic side, explain to me why this is a bad thing. I want y'all to tell me that because I'm just not understanding. That being said, make sure you subscribe. It's your boy Savage. Let's go.